Good morning, Patriot High School. I'm Logan Russell.
And I'm Skylar Huffman.
On the third Monday of January each year, this year being on January 20th, pioneers get the day off school for Martin Luther King Day or MLK Day.
While it is nice to get the day off of school, pioneers should know why they get the day off. MLK Day is a tribute to one of the most significant historical figures of the 20th century.
MLK Day celebrates King's work to end segregation and his contribution to the fight for civil rights and equality for all people, no matter their race.
The holiday was proposed months after King's death by Congressman John Conyers Jr. of Michigan. However, initially it was proposed for January 15th, King's actual birthday. It would have been a decade and a half before it was officially adopted.
Around this time, the King Memorial Center annually observed his birthday starting in January 1969. While it was not a federal holiday until later, some individual states such as Illinois, Massachusetts, and Connecticut adopted the holiday on the state level.
3 years after the first bill, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference petitioned the government, gaining the support of 3 million people. However, the bill was still stuck in Congress until it got the support of President Carter.
Following the president declaring his support, Coretta Scott King, MLK's wife, testified in Congress, but the proposed bill was once again struck down in the House by a mere 5 votes.
The bill finally passed in 1983 and was signed into law by President Reagan, making the third Monday of January a federal holiday.
Today, MLK Day is more than a day off school. It represents the beliefs and values of King, including his belief in hope and peace, as well as equality for all. It represents the fight for equality and honors the leadership, character, integrity, and pride demonstrated by King during his life.
Hi, I'm here with
Marcella.
Hi, I'm here with
Miss Kessler.
What does Martin Luther King Day mean to you?
Martin Luther King Day, it brought unity to the country back with segregation. They were separating everyone, so it brought everyone together. So it was a big impact.
Well, as a child that was born in the 60s and born in Alabama, it definitely deals with change and seeing the world through different eyes. I grew up in Alabama where we had, segregation. I remember the kids coming to school for the first time in buses, and I never saw kids as being different. And I moved to Memphis when I was first married and actually went to the Lorraine Hotel where Martin Luther King was killed. And that was the first time I actually started understanding who this man was. And I still think he is probably by far one of the best examples of just loving everyone, accepting everyone, and a great man.
What ideas of Martin Luther King do you try to incorporate into your life every
I think
day?
having a good character, because he was a really to everyone. He treated everyone well, so I tried to do that as well.
Acceptance.
Why is it important to honor the legacy of Martin Luther King?
Same as the first instance. It brought unity back into the U.S. Everyone was together.
Because of what he did, what he stood for, and the fact that he believed that everyone had the ability to have rights and have the ability to have speech, and that these things are given to them and should not be hampered by our government at all. And he ultimately paid the price of his life. And his legacy does stand on because generations after generations admire him, look at him as a leader. So.
How do the values of Martin Luther King impact Patriot?
I think it really helps with how Patriots really cares for unity and getting everyone together. So, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we have signs over some of our doorways about Martin Luther King. We have our day. We actually have contests where kids can write and enter for scholarships. So I try every year to show the impact that African Americans have made, not just Martin Luther King, but other African Americans that have made in our country. And being from Alabama, I really try hard to make it known how wonderful African Americans are that were Alabamians. So.
All right, thank you.
And now for your regular announcements.
Do you like video games? Are Mario Kart and Smash Bros. The games of your choice? The Video Game Club will now be meeting on Wednesdays, and our next meeting will be on January 29th. Come on, play some games.
Seniors, it's time to get your baby picture in the yearbook. From now until February 15th, grab a form and drop your picture and $20 in the main office. Don't miss out. See Miss Dean with any questions you might have.
Seniors, January 29th is the final parent ad night of the year. If your parents are interested in putting a senior recognition ad in the yearbook for you, they need to set up an appointment with the staff on January 29th between 5 and 7:30. See Miss Eaton or email yearbook@patriotHS.com with any questions.
There will be a mandatory tennis meeting on Tuesday, January 28th at 2:20 in Coach Grimsland's trailer, 1803, for anyone interested in trying out for the tennis team this spring.
Celebrate Lunar New Year with Asian American Student Association on Friday, January 24th. Dress out in your traditional clothing and come take a picture with us in room 1215 at 7:10 a.m.
For WPHS-TV, I'm Volley Jamal.
And I'm Joshua Villatoro.
And have a great day, Pioneers.